I want to bring in Milan into this conversation as well. All right, we don't have Milan, but Amit, you take that question. The sheer fact that it is the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress behind the coordination of this rally. The cadre, is it going to be Congress-based cadre, Aam Aadmi Party cadre, or we are actually seeing cadre from across India coming in today at the Ramlila Maidan?
Well, that's true. Preeti, we are also showing you that visual of Mehbooba Mufti on the stage and other leaders from India Alliance also who has already reached, like Dipankar Bhattacharya is already there, Jairam Ramesh is already here. So all these top leaders have already started to gather and they are being given their respective seats on the stage as well. Now coming to the question of cadres, if Lokendra would not be able to pan the camera, but I can tell you that the flags that we can see out here, it's a massive gathering of supporters of Aam Aadmi Party from Punjab. They were the ones who had gathered here 7 in the morning and they're waiting for the gates to open up so that they can come inside the Ramlila Maidan in support of Arvind Kejriwal. But does that mean it's only Aam Aadmi Party? Well, we can see the Congress flags, in the Ramlila Maidan. The NSUI flag, the left party's flag, as well as other organizations, the youth wings of different left organizations have also done a massive mobilization for this rally. The Congress leaders are telling us that mobilization in Haryana has been also done to ensure that it does not look like that only Aam Aadmi Party has done the mobilization for the India Alliance rally and that the organizational strength of Congress is dwindling. And that is why not only from Delhi but also from Haryana, the Congress is bringing its workers. The Ramlila Maidan is already full of supporters from India Alliance parties. Majority of them, we can say, or at least a big number of them are from Aam Aadmi Party. But there are flags of Congress, NSUI, left parties, as well as the youth wings of different India Alliance parties.
Amit, coming right back to you, just want to add in all of this, viewers. Not only is this rally happening a few months later than what it should have, what was the premise of the India Alliance? And we're just playing the devil's advocate just for a brief while. The premise of the India Alliance was that all these political outfits that you're going to see come together on one stage today would be campaigning for each other to build that narrative in months to come. If a Stalin hasn't been able to come today because he has an election in the next 18 days to fight, there is a larger picture, because what you will see today is this particular rally. And for a brief while, to play the devil's advocate, Gaurav, could be reduced to possible tokenism, because ultimately all the players that you see on this dais today will disintegrate and go and fight their elections in their corners of India, while the whole premise of this alliance was to pitch in for each other, and that you might not be seeing in days to come.
That will be the biggest challenge for the India Alliance, and especially when you look at optics. On the one side, you have Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Bharatiya Janata Party talking about Ab ki baar 400 par. And the Congress Party, of course, says this is psychological warfare. They're just trying to intimidate opposition into not even coming out to campaign or giving it up before the elections. Congress says, or at least their leaders say that their aim is to keep the BJP around 220 so that Narendra Modi does not come back as Prime Minister of India. That is the strategy, is what we are being told. But look at what's happening on ground. You have Sanjay Nirupam just today and yesterday hitting out at Uddhav Thackeray. Sanjay Nirupam is telling the Congress Party, do not be browbeaten by Uddhav Thackeray. The Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray cannot win a single seat on their own. They need the Congress. Is that one isolated leader who's still extremely unhappy? Sharad Pawar just till a couple of days ago was saying that both the Congress and the Uddhav Sena were not following the Gadbandhan Dharm. Again, if you cut across from west to the east, look at Bihar, where Purnia, Papu Yadav is extremely miffed that he's not getting the seat that he was promised from the Congress. So what happens there? Mamata Banerjee anyway has opted out. Derek O'Brien is coming for this, but Bengal, Mamata Banerjee fights all seats on her own. So is this just optics and not actual fight on ground.
So, that's going to be one narrative which will be bolstered by the Bharatiya Janata Party, especially because the India Alliance has also, somewhere down the line fallen into that trap, because 4 months ago, this rally was scheduled. It's happening 4 months, tad bit too late, many would suggest. But on the other hand, it's happening. Seat sharing arrangement in, various states has been finalized. And will the ball start rolling for the India Alliance from here on? What is that larger messaging that we will see from the stage? It's not so much just about Arvind Kejriwal's arrest or the misuse of agencies like against Hemant Soren. There's a larger narrative that the India Alliance would want to deliver today, and that would be to save democracy or to save the constitution, or not just limited to the Congress's accounts getting frozen or the misuse of agencies allegations by the opposition when it comes down to the arrest of sitting chief ministers. Cutting across back to Milan Sharma, who's joining us from here on. Milan, what are you hearing in? Because this is the first time you'll have a Uddhav Thackeray, you'll have a Sharad Pawar, you'll have a Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, you'll have the Aam Aadmi Party, name it. Other than maybe a Stalin who's fighting an election in 18 days, that's why he can't quite come in, and a Mamata Banerjee who's chosen to send in an emissary in the form of a Derek O'Brien, who are missing. All the other big stalwarts of the India Alliance, from Jammu Kashmir all the way down to Tamil Nadu, will be there today. What from here on? Will this be limited to one rally, or are we expecting multiple such rallies? Because you're only 18 days away from election. Each of these political outfits will need to go back into their state and start fighting an election on hand.
Well, Preeti, that's the million-dollar question. In fact, is it this the optics of this being one rally alone that brings all the India Alliance partners together in Delhi, talking about issues of arrest of opposition leaders? But is that the message that will send across a message, so to say, to the voters? Because as you just mentioned, we are weeks away from the first phase of polling on April 19th. And, the posters also speak a picture that I was earlier trying to tell you as well. Massive amount of, messaging here solely based on Arvind Kejriwal, solely based on the Congress cadres. Of course, they have a strong cadre in Delhi, and that is also one reason, which is why you will see a lot of their karyakartas in the rally today. But as you mentioned, we're also expecting to see Trinamool Congress's Derek O'Brien, apart from the fact that Congress and TMC was not able to stitch an alliance in West Bengal. Mamata Banerjee gave the nara of Akla Chalo with all her MP seats contesting on each and every seat. And here also, whether it's Akhilesh Yadav, who will also be sharing stage this time, Sonia Gandhi being on stage. We also tried to check if Priyanka Gandhi is going to be there or not, because Rahul Gandhi is definitely going to be a center stage. Sunita Kejriwal taking the stage for Arvind Kejriwal. And a lot of that messaging, does it resonate with the voters on the ground, is something that the opposition alliance partners will need to ensure, because when it comes to the right kind of messaging, connecting with the voters, whether it's the issue of Bijli, Pani, and voter concerns, whether it's unemployment, Rahul Gandhi has been one who has been raising those issues. Akhilesh Yadav, on his part, has been raising those issues. But, from the Aam Aadmi Party, largely after Arvind Kejriwal's arrest, it has all been about how Delhi will be run as a government, despite LG saying that, Arvind Kejriwal cannot run the government from jail. And that is why this large show of strength here, and the messaging that comes across at the moment is that, at least to the BJP party and NDA members, is we are all one. But it remains to be seen how that works out on the ground, as in many places, whether it's Hemant Soren, whether it's Arvind Kejriwal, K. Kavita, who's also, within the ED net for the Delhi excise policy scam, is not going to be part of, this particular alliance. BRS is not part of this alliance. And, this speaks volumes of who are the parties that are together, who are the parties that have not opted to come together. And that is something that has a deeper meaning, and one just needs to read between the lines to understand, the kind of messaging that is being sent here when Sonia Gandhi sits right next to Sunita Kejriwal there. So,
all right, you stay on with us, Milan and Amit. We're going to come right back.